Hello. Do you often end up with these unsightly holes in the middle of your granny squares or crochet motifs? In this video I'm going to show you how to fix this hole. If you want to know how to prevent the hole, then please watch my other video which is tips for starting rings. I'll put a link up in this video now if you want to watch that instead. So this video is once you've already made it and you end up with a big hole like this, how can you fix it? Or maybe you've got a series of motifs that have slightly varying holes and you want to close them all up to make them uniform. So the important thing is that you need your starting tail, and you will need a needle, wool needle, one with a nice sharp tip preferably. And then it's very straightforward. Make sure you're on the wrong side of the work. And you are literally only going through the back strands. Making sure you're not going through to the front. You're only catching the back part of these stitches. And you are going as close to the middle of the ring as possible without actually going too far onto the other side. So just around the edge of the ring. So as you can see, I'm really trying not to miss any strands. So where I've had to pull out with the needle and come back in again, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. I'm just catching all these back legs until I get back to the beginning. And then all I'm going to do is use my tail end like a drawstring. Just pulled it tight like that. And now, this is the important bit. This will not stay like this. You need to fasten off, and you can do that by doing a tiny back stitch. So basically, I've sewn round in a clockwise fashion, but I'm just going to make a tiny stitch to the right, pop out in front of where the yarn's coming out there. So I've made a tiny back stitch. I like to do 2 tiny back stitches. It's the change of direction in the yarn which is what stops it coming undone. And then again, I'm just sort of going through this bunch of stitches there, and then that is enough to stop it coming undone. 2 tiny back stitches, and as I said before, it's this change of direction in the back stitch that will stop the end coming undone. So that's how you go from an unsightly hole into a beautiful, neat centre of your granny. And if you don't have a tail, that's long enough, you can just get a fresh piece of yarn in the same colour and do exactly the same thing, except you might actually want to just fasten off a bit more carefully to ensure that it's definitely secure. Anyway, if you give this a go, let me know how you get on. Thank you for watching.